drunken cock fans. This is Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming from the Drunken Under Quarantine Show, welcoming you all to the Drunken Under Quarantine Show Season 4. Just a friendly reminder, this is an adult show. It contains adult content and heavy situations. Please be warned. If you're not an adult, now's your time to leave. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I'm, of course, Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming. We're on the Drunken Under Quarantine Show, Season 4, Episode 7. Of course, here with G-Dubs. We had an awesome time filming this past week. And, man, excited to do some more of that, starting to get into summer season. And I'm excited to shoot some stuff. Anyways, we got a whole lot to talk about tonight. Indictment 2. Biden stuff. I-95 collapsing. What a shit show of a week, just like it is every week. Let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. Season 4, Episode 7, Indictment 2. Biden and Burisma, Megan Fox's Dear and Free the Nips. That's right. A cause we all get behind on the Drunken Under Quarantine Show. Is that let's keep them titties out. Anyways, let's get into the show. We got a lot to get into, so without further ado, please welcome an absolutely beautiful man. Intelligent, witty, and writes well, which is another a beautiful piece. I'm very excited. Anyways, without further ado, please help me welcome my buddy, Mr. G.W. Foley.
Yes, y'all. Sorry about the weird angle.
Yeah, your lighting is wild.
Yeah. There. That's a little better.
Better. You're still wicked hot.
Oh, no, that's because I'm sunburned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm pink because I was outside. This is what happens to me as a day walker. Like, if you see the area that didn't get sunlight, yeah, that's what I turn. Pink and brown. That's a real man. This is Irish in the summer. You get a nice rosy color. It wasn't even that bright out. It was literally just mildly sunny, and I got burnt to shit. So, fuck. Anyways, I'm late. It's 8:04, but we're live on the YouTubes. What is up, motherfuckers? It is Wednesday night. I did a podcast Sunday night.
Nice.
Hopefully that'll be out. Apparently I have to give somebody a bio.
Oh, yep.
And a picture. And I'm like, that's a lot of extra work that I don't know if I want to do. What up, E-Styles? Yeah, so we shot a movie on Monday. That's super fun. Huh? For all those saying that we couldn't do it, fuck you, we did it.
That's right.
Hashtag I'm making a motherfucking film. Love it.
Yeah.
Starting post-production next week on Monday. I'm super nervous because I went to look at the footage and my computer won't read the card. I I hope that there's other cameras or other computers that will read it. I'm slightly scared. Slightly. Haven't tried any other computer in my house. I don't want to, because then I'll panic.
Is this is the footage, like the film footage?
Yep. Yep. So I haven't seen any of it. I have it safe. It's with my hard drive. But yeah, isn't that nerve-wracking?
Yes.
Like all that fucking work just to go up and smoke. I'm see, and that's why I'm not like it's not real. Like it could
Yeah.
just be my computer right now.
Very well could be.
It only gets real once I try it onto another computer. And I want someone there. Cuz not that I'm going to lose my shit, but
Just in case.
if I start crying, like like I'm going to like put it like this. Like you go out from school, you do your homework so you can go out and play, and then like the dog rips it up.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I just spent so many hours working on that, and there's nothing I can do about it. Ain't that some shit? So that's why I haven't tested it. Yeah, I ain't got shit. I'm good. So let's turn it over to the real reason why we gather here. Hickory, the drunk and underwhelming.
Yes, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here. Thanks for letting me be a part. A lot of fun. I've never done audio work outside of like in a studio, so it was really, really cool. I mean, other than like streams I've done from places that aren't a studio, which is a completely different thing. Completely different thing. Just trying to get enough audio to pass a stream, as opposed to trying to catch audio that's good enough for a movie. And it was really fun, man. Cool, really cool equipment. Got to see. I didn't get to use, but I stared at seductively a very, very nice camera that was used for the production. And hot damn, man! I wish one of those things was. Hey, I'm glad that these guys were on the corner. Yeah,
Yes.
Shout out to the corner and M. DeGlide Woodrow, Matt Wood over there, doing awesome things on his cast. But yeah, it was just incredible to see. I think there's only been one other time in my life where I've stood on the backside of a very nice camera. I forget who's. I was at a series of interviews way back with the Comedy Club, and like I think Tim Butner was there, and he was filming, and he does like, commercial level work, and whatever he was filming with was the first time I ever looked at a monitor on a camera, and I was like, "Fuck, that shit looks like TV." And this one was beyond that. Like looking through the back monitor on the Blackmagic was like, this looks like a movie. Like there's been no editing, no post-production, no color grading, nothing. And it just looks like, I don't know. And I don't know what that look is. Like it's just that we're like so used to seeing professional movies shot in such good quality that like anything that's in that good quality looks and is well lit, obviously, is lit properly, looks like a movie. I don't know. Is it like a psychological thing, G-dubs? What do you think?
Partially, it's what we're accustomed to. Well, the kicker part, we weren't even in the highest resolution for the camera.
Oh, really?
Like,
What's it?
It goes to 6K, so we were only in 4.
Yeah, which is still a lot of information.
Yeah.
And 6K is crazy, and 8K is like the amount you can punch in on an 8K camera is mind-boggling. Like, you can practically zoom into any shot and maintain 1080. It's wild. Like, anyways, speaking of in the world of video production, I'm pleased to announce that I teamed up with Molasses again, and today was launch day for the Lawn Wake official music video. So let's check that out before we get into the regular show. G-Dubs, you've seen this, but not in quite some time.
That is not true. I saw it this morning.
Oh, okay. Well, before that, it was quite a while, right?
Yes.
It's been like 5 or 6 weeks since I had gotten final opinions and went with it. Any thoughts before we start?
No.
Okay. This is Lawn Wick by MC Molasses, produced by HickoryTDAU.
You know what kind of day it is? Kind of day we look out the window, take shit. We ever getting out from underneath this? We ever gonna rise above? Shit, yeah, we are. Fuck February, snow 6 feet deep. I need a John Wick to put winter to sleep. Fuck February, snow 6 feet deep. I need a John Wick to put winter to sleep. Fuck February, snow 6 feet deep. I need a John Wick to put winter to sleep. Fall comes, the temp drops. Next thing, the lawn stops. It's all I think about nonstop. I smoke pot, I own blocks. Mother Nature can suck a fat cock. She'll quit her shit, she'll get popped. Look back and love her when it gets hot. Drop loads on her like the snowdrop. Like, I'm sorry, boo, I don't mean to shit talk. I just have a hard time missing my lawn, so I think I'll scapegoat Jack Frost. Tell John that Jack killed his dog. Who knows what'll pop off? It'll pass time till the snow is gone. And Mother Nature'll be back to looking hot. We might fight a bit, but I'm her cock. Fuck February. Snow 6 feet deep. I need a John Wick to put winter to sleep. Fuck February, snow 6 feet deep. I need a John Wick to put winter to sleep. Fuck February, snow 6 feet deep. I need a John Wick to put winter to sleep. Run games, I spit sick, got lady luck up on my dick. Straps and bongs are what I read, but Jack Frost needs me John Wick. He double taps, he's done with shit. About to call winter my bitch. Had to catch a bad rap, but the gun gets tapped. But just so we're clear, that was my hit. I go to the shit to clear my head a bit. Puffin' clouds and that sun drip. Blessed by nature, fuck them haters. Dark green stripes, that's my shit. Dark green bust that stay lit. And no, watch my language, but I won't testify to my statements. I'm just a long hair rap on my John Wick shit. Fuck February. Snow 6 feet deep. I need a John Wick to put winter to sleep. Fuck February, snow 6 feet deep. I need a John Wick to put winter to sleep. Fuck February, snow 6 feet deep. I need a John Wick to put winter to sleep. You know, man, it's one of those days where you look out the window and you're like, I might need a creative solution to deal with this problem. You find one, you'll make one. You'll get around it. We will thrive. Fuck February, snow 6 feet deep. I need a John Wick to put winter to sleep. Fuck February, snow 6 feet deep. I need a John Wick to put winter to sleep. Fuck February, snow 6 feet deep. I need a John Wick to put winter to sleep.
We collectively need to get better cameras. I'm not saying that was bad. Let me rephrase that. But I was just like, dude, if we had like something. Hold on. I don't know. You're quiet. Okay, say something again. Okay, so it's not my shit. You're quiet. You're muted.
I was muted.
All right. Hold on.
Sorry about that. I muted during the music video. Yeah, that was the first thing I thought when I saw through the back of that Black Magic. I was like, fuck. I'm like, every music video would look like immediately look professional.
So much better.
Like, you don't even need to like with my level of editing, which is garbage. And I'm not gonna lie, actually, I'm pretty proud of the edits I pulled off in Lawn Wick.
It's great. It's
I
great.
learned a lot producing that video. That video is completely self-shot. So self-written, self-recorded, self-produced, mixed, mastered, shot, edited, effects. Literally everything was in-house at HickoryTDAU Studios. And it was pretty cool because I got one of the best compliments from my buddy RJ. Shout out to RJFX, or a fellow Chucker on Instagram. He's a cool guy. I need to get him on the show. I've been talking about that. He actually wants to work on some video stuff with us at some point.
Nice.
And one of the finest compliments I could have gotten, and because I showed him the video back when I was like just barely had finished it. And I was pretty like right towards the end when I was confident on it, and I was like, okay, I like this. I'm happy with it. I'm gonna stop working on this because there's been like 35 hours into this thing already. Like I'm done. I need to get going on the next thing. Otherwise, I'll just stagnate here for the next 3 weeks. I showed him, and he's like, you know what, Hickory, that's really good. And the kindest thing he said was, he was like, I never got bored the entire time. Like there was never a part where I was like, oh, I'm bored of this. It was like, he's like, you kept enough movement and action going. And I was like, good. Because that was like literally my intent, was to produce something fun and funny and learn some cool effects and throw in some cool stuff and play around with some stuff that I already knew. Like being able to do when Molasses puts the gun on the table and then Lawn Wick glitches in and grabs it right after, like stuff like that. I was like, I'm stoked that I was able to make that happen, because that was something I couldn't have done a couple years ago. And now I'm like, yeah, no, I'm pretty confident. I was confident enough that I could make it happen that I shot it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is enough, is more than a lot of ideas, because there's been a lot of ideas I've had where I was like, this would be really cool, and then never ever bothered to even put a camera up to try to capture it, because I was like, no, not with my level of talent. That's not going to happen. E Styles says we got to start promoting Hickory more. E Styles, I appreciate that, brother. Working on it, promoting Hickory and Molasses right now, and having a good time. I agree. I do probably need to start doing more on the like Hickory Instagram front. I've been slacking on that. I've been focusing on the Molasses stuff a lot because we're trying to get that project off the ground. Hickory's project's got a little jump start, and by that I mean like 2,750 subscribers more. Molasses does, so we're working on that. The gaming channel is always working too. That's like up to 150 subs now, and having fun over there still. M. DeGly said, dig it. Yeah, nice. Good to see you, Mr. M. DeGly. Thank you for dropping by. Yeah. Without further ado, we got a shitload of show to get into. G-Dubs, you ready to do this?
Let's fucking do it, man.
Let's do it, bro. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Drunken Under Quarantine show, starring this fox fucker, Mr. G.W. Foley, and myself, Hickory, the Drunken Underwhelming. And welcome to episode 7. We've been, tooting our own horn, but we got a lot of shit to talk about because, as every week has gone on, as the show continues, there is no shortage of fucking wild shit going on.
Yeah.
Zero shortage. First, we have a comment. Let's check that first. M. DeGly said the new logos are great. Thank you, brother. That's also another 100% in-house HickoryTDAU Studios production. Other than the photo that I used of G-Dubs for it. Lynn's here. Lynn said, hey, everyone. Lynn, what's going on?
What's up, Lynn?
Nice to see you, my dear. don't know if you missed it. Lawn Wick official music video is live today. Just, you'd strike me as someone who really cares about lawn care.
Get that crabgrass out of this place.
That'd be a good one. I had actually a banger chorus for Molasses came to me the other day, and it was like, it was like, in the spring I dethatch it, in the fall I aerate it, in the summer it's fucking magic, and in the winter I fucking hate it. I was like, oh, that's like way too poetic not to do something with. That'd be a banger chorus looped over and over, not gonna lie. Anyways, we got a bunch of crazy shit going on, so without further ado, let's get into it. Donald J. Trump has been indicted for a second time. Probably won't be the last. What do you think, G-Dubs? How many we rack up before 2024?
I'm just wondering if he gets his punch card filled, does like the American people get a prize?
Yeah,
like 12, like buy 10 cups of coffee, get one free.
Unfortunately, I think we lose, but CNN, MSNBC, and Fox make out like bandits.
Oh, wow. There we go.
That's really all that I think. That's what I see happening, is that really this is just we're all going to lose, because I think we're getting into uncharted territory, indicting former presidents for criminal activity. Don't get me wrong. I wish we would uphold it across the board against every former president equally. But yeah, it's interesting. It's nerve-wracking times, dude. We're getting into we're living some history right now. We don't know where this one's going. This
is new.
There's not a whole lot of shit we can say that hasn't happened in the US before, but this is definitely one of them. The second, that was actually the funny joke I think a couple people made, was like, this isn't historic. It's not the first time. He got indicted like 5 weeks ago. And I'm like, yeah, well, this is the only one that anyone actually like cares about. Like, this is the one that's like actually on some stuff that seems suspicious. Like the other one was like, oh yeah, you guys are just on witch hunt mode. This is the first one where people were like, oh, maybe we should see what these people are doing. But the article I pulled up for it wasn't that. It was the fact that during Trump's speech right after his indictment, which was only covered by Fox, by the way, CNN and MSNBC did not cover it, which seems crazy considering how, and like, I'm not like tooting his horn or saying that you should care about what Trump says, but he is the leading Republican nominee in a very highly contested race that has started now. Yeah. And he's being persecuted by his head political opponent and their well, not by his head political opponent, but their administration. And it's interesting. It's definitely some weird shit, especially since I'm pretty sure we impeached Trump for investigating Biden during while he was running.
Yeah.
But,
it's hard for me to care. Like, I care-ish, but really, no one who's gonna run fucking deserves it.
That's fair. Because the people who should be politicians would never be politicians.
Yeah.
Never. The people who should never be politicians make a career out of being politicians. And the people that should be won't do it because it requires just being selling yourself out and being a scumbag. There's no way that honest, good people can be politicians. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And that's why you see everyone is corrupt. Other than us on the Drunken Under Quarantine show, you can trust us. G-Dubs and I are honest, upstanding Americans who pay our taxes and absolutely love the IRS.
Hey, I pay my taxes.
Amen. I don't know what the salute is anymore, G-Dubs. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good one. It's like how it's the, the new national anthem is the Clown World song. That's what they should do, is just lean into the Clown World thing. Like the next time there's like a big speech by Biden and all them, they just show up in like old Volkswagen Beetle with flowers painted all over it. Like fucking 18 people roll out of it. I mean, why not, right? They have the support of everyone in Hollywood and the effects community. They could make that shit happen live. There's no doubt on my mind.
Oh no.
If David Copperfield can make a tank disappear back 30 years ago with what little crew and resources he had, yeah, I'd love to see. I would love to see it. I'm glad it said, I know if I did a fraction of anything these chumps did, I'd be up a creek without a paddle. Yeah, dude, we have a... like, it doesn't even make sense to say we have a two-tier justice system anymore. At this point, we just have a tiered justice system.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it used to be like a two-tier. You know what I mean? You had, like, the rich political class that was, like, above it. And then everyone else. But now it's, like, it's even a little more frayed out. There's more levels to it. Like Styx always explains it. He says the law is like a the law is like a spider's web. The hornets go free, but the flies get caught. And I was like, that's pretty close. Except you forget that there's like 3 or 4 other classes of people in there that also either get free, and some of them are only dependent upon the culture surrounding said thing. Like there's a lot of times where it's like people who would otherwise got busted at like the right time.
Yeah.
And it was like really politically inconvenient and they couldn't come out against that, and so it just went by the wayside. And there's other times where people who would usually not get in trouble at all got nailed to the wall over something that seems, not that egregious, but it happened during like the time where everyone was focused on that shit. Yeah, like you never want to be the guy that's like that does the really shitty thing when everyone's focused on that really shitty thing.
You don't want to be the guy jerking off in the movie theater when Vice busts in.
Yeah, exactly. That's actually a really good metaphor. Since we're on a broken road anyways, let's get into it. I-95 requires repairs. Here we go. And I just got really blue. Abadi, abadai. Abadi, abadai.
I'll trade you.
Yeah, you're pretty red. I'm pretty blue.
America.
Oh, and the news is white. Look at that. We're American as fuck up in this show. That's right. We'll be here for I guess Pride Month. I was trying to think of something to do with June that was like patriotic, and we could. The only thing that happens in June is like Father's Day, right?
Juneteenth.
Oh, that's a good point. Juneteenth.
That's patriotic.
But other than that, like it's kind of it's the month between Memorial Day and July 4th.
Yeah.
I guess Juneteenth was a good ad.
Flag
I wish
Day.
they had just got rid of fucking Columbus Day or Indigenous Peoples Day. But like, instead they changed it to changed Columbus Day into Indigenous Peoples Day. I wish they had just gotten rid of Columbus Day and then created an Indigenous Peoples Day, because it feels like getting the leftovers or something.
Yeah, well, see, the problem they have is all people would hear is that they're taking away a federal holiday.
That's true, but we just added one.
But they're not going to hear that. They're going to hear they're taking away my holiday. That's my day off.
It's true. But it could have been a 1-to-1. That's all I'm saying.
I think there should be one a month.
Is there more or less than one a month?
Less.
Because October doesn't have one, right?
October has Labor Day's in
Peoples Day?
September.
Yeah, Indigenous Peoples is in October.
Yeah.
Or the very end.
March
November's
doesn't have one.
Thanksgiving. Well, no, but it has my birthday. So, I mean, it's
Doesn't
pretty
count.
much a holiday. And it has MLK, which doesn't count. St.
Well, that's in
Patty's Day.
February.
That's Black History, but it wasn't. It's MLK and.
Oh, that's January.
Why do I think it's in March all of a sudden?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to look that
There's
up.
no federal holiday in March or April.
We should make it St. Patty's. Because we're a nation of overweight alcoholics anyways. Why not, ladies and gentlemen? Let's do it. Anyways, over in Philadelphia, repairs for I-95 collapse in Philly are expected to take months. Shapiro to issue disaster declaration. Interstate 95 remains closed in both directions in northeast Philadelphia after a truck fire caused part of the highway to collapse. It's a view of the I-95 remains closed in both directions in northeast Philadelphia. Follow the latest updates from Monday here. Governor Shapiro said repairs were likely to take, quote, some number of months after a truck fire caused a bridge to collapse. The truck that caught fire was carrying gasoline, according to the Coast Guard, though it remains unclear how exactly the blaze started. Most likely there was a crash with gasoline. Sorry to break it here first, ladies and gentlemen, but power of deduction. Many of the magic powers you will see me possess this evening. The truck that caught fire was carrying gasoline. Officials are still investigating whether the collapse resulted in any serious injuries. The mayor, Jim Kenney, said no motorists on I-95 were hurt, although I saw an updated article that said they did pull someone out of it. So, I don't even know what you say anymore, because thoughts and prayers are like considered racist at this point, right?
I'd say
our
it could have been worse.
Our condolences to those affected.
Yeah.
Although I did post about Treat Williams. I did make a post about that because the gentleman's last 2 Twitter posts before he passed was about lawns. And I felt like I owed him that. So my condolences to the family. I posted on Molasses, but Hickory says it too. Condolences to the family and friends of Treat Williams, a fellow Vermonter who passed recently. Treat, I hope you're filming Hallmark movies and laying down them stripes up in heaven, sir. And that's all I gotta say on that. I'm glad said, considering we get less time off than far more productive countries, I'm down for more days off. Yeah, no, there's definitely something to be said. I saw some old stuff that was talking about how we all thought, or Americans thought, since originally we had a 7-day work week. And then I went to a 6-day and a 5-day. And people initially thought it was going to be like a 3-day work week at one point. And then we just kind of stuck at the 5-day work week.
Yeah.
That chair just squeaked.
Damn it, dog.
Officials are still investigating. PennDOT has recommended detours for getting around the collapse. Here's what we know and we don't know about the collapse. A collapsed bridge on the northbound lanes of Interstate 95 left the highway closed in both directions, though much of northeast Philadelphia on Sunday, likely disrupting the busy transportation corridor through the summer and beyond. Officials released a few details Sunday afternoon about the tanker truck fire that led to the collapse, pending further investigation. On Monday, some commuters reported that public transportation was busier as northeast commuters took to trains. Local delivery trucks, meanwhile, faced frustrations due to increased traffic. State and local said they had devised a temporary plan with detours and additional SEPTA service. The incident is expected to cause transit headaches for months. Yeah, it's kind of right down the...
yeah.
Basically in Philadelphia. Yeah, that's and right down a major 95's I'm pretty sure I've crossed this bridge. But yeah, kind of crazy that a single tanker truck burning underneath a bridge can make it collapse.
like my chili.
Yep.
It's too much gas.
Cooking it up, and boom, all of a sudden.
Well, back, I don't know if you remember this, but in like the early 2000s, like 2007, the I-35 bridge in Minneapolis collapsed.
No, I don't remember that.
Like huge, like both sides just fell down. Like no accident caused it, it just dropped. And I crossed that bridge 3 times that day.
That's wild.
Yeah. If I sat at home for a second longer, I probably would have been on the bridge while it collapsed.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you weren't, sir.
Yeah, me too.
I'm glad that I remember hearing that. Let's get right into the next one. The story that the media is kind of underreporting while the Trump shit gets blown way up. Burisma boss and alleged Biden bribe scheme claims to have 15 tape conversations with Hunter to a Joe. Said Congressman or House member? I don't know. They're both Congress, right?
Yeah.
House and Senate. Congressman Chuck Grassley. The FBI source who reported President Biden's alleged role in a bribery scheme said that a Ukrainian businessman claimed to keep as, quote, insurance 15 audio recordings of first son Hunter Biden and 2 of Joe Biden, the Republican senator, revealed Monday. Grassley made the staggering claim in a Senate floor speech after FBI Director Christopher Wray last week allowed House Oversight Committee members to see a redacted informant file about the claim. Hunter and then Vice President Joe Biden received $5 million apiece to serve the interests of Burisma Holdings owner Mykola Zlochevsky. Congress still lacks a full and complete picture with respect to what the document really says. That's why it's important that the document be made public without unnecessary redactions for the American people to see, said Grassley, accusing the Bureau of needlessly redacting information about the records from the file shared with the House lawmakers. Let me assist for purposes of transparency, the 89-year-old went on. First off, it's like the first time I've heard an 89-year-old make sense in a while.
Yeah.
Secondly, why haven't we replaced this yet? Like, as much as I agree with him in the moment, I don't know much about Chuck Grassley. I'm assuming he's a politician, so I don't like him. But he's also 89?
What is he doing in office?
Dude, like, what the fuck are we doing? And it's not even just like it makes sense if it was like the Republicans are old and stuck in their ways, so it's just these old stodgy people they vote in every time. But it's both parties, man. Like, Dianne Feinstein is fucking Crypt Keeper style, and she's still around, and she's got to be in her 90s. Like, why are we letting people we wouldn't let make decisions at their own house, and we put them in nursing homes? Those people are making decisions in Congress. G-Dubs, I think you nailed it. It's a clown world we live in. That being said, this 89-year-old sounds like he's making more sense than a lot. Burisma Holdings owner Mykola Zlochevsky, alleged worked with Joe and Hunter Biden. He, I remember he fled. What was the deal? He fled when they previously to the investigation. Do you know much about the Joe Biden?
Not really.
Thing. So he had threatened Ukraine to withhold federal aid until he's on record, on video, saying this. He had threatened to withhold federal aid until they fired a prosecutor that was investigating the Zlochevsky guy, Mykola Zlochevsky. So Biden had threatened to withhold federal aid. They said he didn't have the power to, and he was like, "Oh, just call Obama," and that's on recorded video. And then that is what Trump went to investigate when the Ukrainian quid pro quo happened, where we impeached Trump for investigating Joe Biden's dealings with Ukraine. And now it's coming out that, yeah, actually this guy has recordings of him talking with Joe and Hunter. It's interesting. It's like the news is like in a wash cycle. Like it's like it's a washer. And like the wildest part is that according, if this is true, and this whistleblower who brought all this shit up, during the point where Trump was being impeached for trying to investigate Joe Biden, because he saw this video on the internet of Biden talking about withholding federal aid in order to get a prosecutor fired, and he was like, "Hey, that sounds sketchy. Maybe we should check it out." This is not me defending Trump. This is me like boiling it down to like the most basic, simple way you can think about it. We impeached him for asking Zelensky, the Prime Minister of Ukraine, to investigate and find out why Biden would withhold money to have him impeached or have him removed. We impeached Trump over that. Meanwhile, the FBI knew that Joe Biden had weird dealings and maybe received some funding for getting that prosecutor removed. Yeah, wild times. You know, just nothing crazy over here, ladies and gentlemen. Just a normal Wednesday night on the Drunken Under Quarantine show.
You know, I got nothing. Fuck them all.
No, I agree. I just think, you know, I wish there was fuckings for all. You know, like it went around equally. Like it wasn't just, it wasn't quite as targeted.
It will be sooner or later.
Yeah, we'll see.
And it's the way our system works.
Things are definitely shaking up. Yeah, the pendulum may swing back the other way, which will suck. Don't get me wrong. It'll be better for like 10 minutes, and then it'll suck again for another 20 years. Like, that's generally what happens in these things. It's like, oh, hey, you know, things are good. And then poof. And you're back in garbage for another while.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
We lurch on from bad time to bad time.
That's right. We will be the violin players on the Titanic ship while it's going down, ladies and gentlemen. This is GW Foley. Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming. This is the Drunken Under Quarantine show. Thank you guys. We're going to get into one more, and then we're going to kick over to the after show because we have a firm end time. And yeah, anyways, let's pull up a little bit of Twitter drama that led into some really fucking weird shit. So I'm not like a fan of this guy. I don't follow him. I saw a stick share it the other day. Robbie Starbuck said, Megan Fox has responded to my concern about her sons being dressed up in girls' clothes with an Instagram post where she seemingly threatens me with witchcraft. Does that seem like a sane response to you? Her post and my response are below. Let's check it out. Robbie Starbuck. These are Megan Fox's sons. We used to live in the same gated community and our kids played at the park. I saw two of them have a full-on breakdown saying they were forced by their mom to wear girls' clothes as their nanny tried to console them and spear child abuse spray from them. So he's talking shit. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing. Let's move forward. Megan Fox said, hey, Robbie Starbuck. I really don't want to give you this attention because you're clearly a clout chaser. Well, let me teach you something.
Oh.
Irregardless of how desperate you may become at any given time to acquire wealth, power, success, or fame, never use children as leverage or social currency, especially under malevolent and erroneous pretense. funny considering what he was calling out. Exploiting my child's gender identity to gain attention in your political campaign has put you on the wrong side of the universe. I have been burned at the stake by insecure, narcissistic, impotent little men like you many times, and yet I'm still here. You fucked with the wrong witch. Robbie responded, I don't even have a political campaign, Megan. I lived in the same gated community as you in Calabasas. Calabasas. Not naming it because I don't know if you're still there or not. Our kids played there together there. Ask your nanny. She was the one bringing them to the park, not you. I have photos of our kids playing because they played so regularly. Your boys were very sweet, as I said in that thread. And the outburst of emotion was sad for all of us, including our kid, who witnessed it. An independent adult witnessed this, and I'll have a text from them about it. So you can DM. I'll show it to you privately. I only said something now because I haven't followed along. After we moved, and figured change would ensue after that incident. But I saw this photo online, realized it continued, and brought it all to surface where it felt necessary to say something. Very sad to see it didn't stop. I'm not afraid of witchcraft. I'll pray for you and your boys. It's you who need to hear that this happened. Maybe I'll investigate those feelings that burst out when you see the independent texts and photos that I'll happily send you. I firmly believe what I witnessed should never happen to a child. I have Jesus, so I'll never fear witchcraft, but I'm happy to provide photos, books, for you to think about. As for clout chasing, I'm not the one doing a blood drinking ritual for attention. I'm speaking up, and if I'm guilty or anything, or of anything, that's not doing so sooner. Just a weird time Megan Fox is having. And here we go from News Wars. Not InfoWars, just to be clear. This is not Alex Jones' site. I don't know who newswars.com is.
Oh, it sounds super reliable.
But they covered it a little bit. They said unhinged actress Megan Fox threatens conservative influencer with the witchcraft ritual for exposing children's trans upbringing. You fucked with the wrong witch. Maybe we should make that into a song, G-Dubs. You fucked with the wrong witch.
Dun, 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 dun,
You
dun,
fucked
dun,
with the
dun,
wrong
dun.
witch.
No.
You fucked with the wrong witch.
I don't want to bring that juju upon myself.
I don't care about your juju. I'm just a bad bitch. I don't know. Maybe. Just saying. With that way top 40's going, we might as well just start making fucking meme songs at this point. And just, what if the Drunken Under Quarantine show turned into that? It's like, let's produce a fucking banger every week, and it'll go up live next week, and we'll just see. We'll just go through headlines and take specific parts and put them into lyrics, and then we'll just fucking run it and see. We'll have to create an artist name. It'll be like the Drunken Under Quarantine show band. Anyways, I got this beautiful photo. Sorry, what's up, D-Dubs?
Oh, no. I wanted to see what happens here.
Okay. You fucked with the wrong witch, she says. Actress Megan Fox jokes she eat a rotting carcass in front of a conservative influencer's home as part of a witchcraft ceremony in an effort to somehow dunk on him for criticizing her raising her sons as trans. Former Hollywood producer Robbie Starbuck last week highlighted how Fox has raised all three of her sons as trans to point out how the LGBTQIA plus community ideology is foisted upon her children by woke parents. These are Megan Fox's sons. We used to live in the same gated community, blah, blah. That was the tweet. Fox responded with a screed vowing to exact vengeance against him for bringing her children into political debate. Exploiting my child's degenerated to gain attention in your political campaign has put you on the wrong side of the universe, Fox. Told Starbuck through Instagram. Even though Robbie Starbuck doesn't have a political campaign, he's not like running for anything. Just to point that out. Campaign being used for what? Ideology? Like,
well, I mean, that's still technically a campaign. He's not running for political office, but he's campaigning for a change, or a policy. So that's still campaigning. Like the suffrage movement was a campaign.
what about, not to deflect, but I hear, so advertising, you run campaigns.
Yes.
Same usage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Megan Fox has responded to my concern, so yeah, I shared that. Yeah, next one. Now Megan Fox threatening to hold a carcass eating ritual at my house. That'd be a bold/dumb decision in Tennessee if her goal was to look crazy. Mission accomplished. Now people know she practices bushcraft too. And with this photo, stunned nurse. I caught witches, quote, I caught, quote, witches holding a carcass eating ritual on my security camera. It's a New York Post. A Canadian nature lover's attempt to capture wildlife on her camera backfired terrifyingly after she inadvertently documented what appeared to be naked witches eating a carcass at night right by her house. Can we go to that? Because that sounds way more interesting than this story. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's just a post. And then she posted on there, me outside Robbie Starbuck's home. Like, what a weird threat.
Yeah.
You know what? Me and the other witches, we gonna be at your house eating a deer, Robbie. What do you think?
Oh no. Not anything but that. Here, have the skunk.
Here, wait.
It's a carcass. Eat it.
Don't you guys need to get topless for your thing? I don't know about I don't know the rules about your occult, but I'd like to imagine that they're all topless. I don't know.
That could
I'm
be
just
a bad
saying
thing.
just saying as guy from I guess it depends on which Matt I love a party. Yeah. I guess it depends on whether you're trying to, enjoy it personally or monetize the content afterwards, as to whether or not it's better or not if they're topless.
Yeah, but see, then you got like people looking like me naked. No one wants to see that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Although, do people that look like you show up at which deer eating festivals? Probably. I could answer that question myself in my head.
Yeah. You're talking to the dude with the mohawk, so.
That's right. Anyways, we got this beautiful photo of Megan Fox outside of Robbie Starbuck's house eating a deer. And that's all I got. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for joining us. G-Dubs, you got anything before we get on out of here?
Oh, by the way, I said this on the corner, and I don't think the Glide got it, but I ain't got shit.
Was he confused?
Yeah, he was like, all right. I was like, that's what I always say.
Yeah, that's like G-Dub's call off, bro.
Yeah. I ain't got shit.
Which I get. Not a lot of people make it to the very end of the show.
Yeah.
They either catch like the early show, the mid show, the late show, or just the after show. But thank you guys for joining us. I'm, of course, Hickory, the drunk underwhelming. This fine foxy fucker is about to sip some water. That's GW Foley. Oh, look at that Adam's apple go up and down.
Same thing when I have cock in my mouth.
Speaking of which, happy Pride Month, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, it's June. Go check out my latest reaction to the Northern Boys, Give It To Me. That was my Pride reaction month, or reaction of the month. Because I don't really do what's popular or trendy. I do whatever the fucking people tell me to do in the comments. And, you know, he was talking about tucking that cock back. So, as far as I'm concerned, he even mentioned dude was rapping in a dress, talking about tucking it. So, as far as I'm concerned, you guys have taken pride as an identity, or drag as an identity. That's close enough to Pride Month for me. I checked that one off the box. Thank you, fuckers, for checking out my reactions on my main channel. Go check out the video game content on Hickory Plays. Also, go check out Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming. Yeah, that's right. Long Wick official music video dropped today. That means 2 weeks and the next single's out. Y'all don't want to know, is coming swiftly. Video's, you know, in the caressing period right now. And that's all I got. We'll see you guys in the after show. What are you guys talking about in the after show? We're going to talk about freeing the nips and maybe some other shit we shouldn't really talk about on YouTube, even though we probably covered some of that in this one. Until then, I love you guys. G-Dub's got the squeaky chair. I will see you then. Until then, Drunk Magician out. Cheers. Gabba gabba, hey, drunken cock fans. This is Hickory the Drunken Underwhelming of the Drunken Under Quarantine Show, welcoming you to the Drunken Under Quarantine Show Season 4 After Show, brought to you only on Rumble. This is a very, very, very adult show, containing a very, very adult subjects. So please, if you're not very, very adult, or pretty much a kid that's over 21, now's your time to go.